My name is Christian John Lewis. I'm 27 years old, and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is basically just me giving myself advice. And if somebody finds this valuable, that's just an added bonus. I hate sitting in front of the camera, and that's why I'm doing this every single day. I'm uncomfortable speaking English, so I want to do this every single day. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to the journey. Let's talk about porn. You know it, I know it, it's a fucking problem. I've abused it, and I know you've abused it. If you're a young man today, you probably watched so much porn, it's unbelievable. I mean, if people knew how much you've done it, what you've been looking at, if the world could see you in that dark fucking room, watching that, whatever the fuck you're watching, man. I mean, just zoom the fuck out. Look at yourself in that dark room, in front of a screen, just Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway, there's three aspects of this that I wanted to talk about today. And I can basically just see this as me giving my younger self advice, because it's a vice that's no longer really present in my life. I mean, the last time I looked at porn, I can't really remember when it was. It's probably not that long ago. I guess we all fall back sometimes. That's part of the journey. But yeah, I feel like it's a vice that's no longer a problem in my life. That's why I wanted to speak about it, because then you get this perspective how big of a problem it actually was. So three things I want to talk about. I want to talk about the mental part of actually not being able to control your mind, how it fucking fries your dopamine, and that it lowers testosterone, and what consequences that has, and the amount of fucking time and energy we waste doing what you just saw in your mind. I mean, just imagine. It's fucking insane. But it's so normal. I mean, because I know I abused it. I know so many of my friends still abuse it. And it's so normal these days. It's way too normal, and that's the fucking problem. But anyway, if you just start with your dopamine. I mean, your dopamine, the dopamine system in your brain, it's like, I'm no expert in any way. But dopamine has to do with motivation. Whether or not you're motivated to do something has to do with your dopamine. And things like porn that are like super, super stimulating release so much dopamine, and it's just going to make anything less stimulating, you're going to be unmotivated to do anything less stimulating. Which essentially is like everything else. Everything else in life is going to be less stimulating than watching all these. I don't know what you're watching, but it's fucking intense, and it releases a shit ton of dopamine. And it's always going to make you unmotivated to do anything that is just even just slightly less motivating, slightly less stimulating. You're going to be unmotivated to do it. I mean, if you're like a gamer or something, you know, even though you're like gaming, which is also, it releases a shit ton of dopamine. If you have a fucking porn session where you watch, I don't know how many naked women you can see in a session of watching porn, and you jack off and everything, and once you're done and you go back to gaming, it's not even as fun to game anymore. You're less motivated in World of Warcraft after you've just jacked off to porn. That's how much it hijacks your brain. So imagine if you're trying to do something good with your life, something productive. I mean, if you want to sit down and read a book, you're never, ever going to be able to do that after you just watched a bunch of porn and jacked off. It's going to feel impossible. And you're going to fucking fall asleep doing it. And that's the dopamine aspect of it. And you've definitely felt this in your life. You know what I'm talking about? You can do more research on dopamine, but that's what it does. It fucks with your motivation. So if you want to feel, if that's your excuse, I don't feel like doing shit, well, stop watching porn. It's one of the big fucking problems these days, especially amongst young men. But then just, physically, when it comes to testosterone, which is the second part I wanted to talk about, if you look up the research when it comes to porn and jacking off, and actually when you come, because you release, I think it's prolactin. No, is it prolactin? It's some hormone or chemical that is released in your brain. Can't remember the name of it, but it's released in your brain when you come, which actively lowers your levels of testosterone. And the more you do this, your testosterone levels are going to become chronically low. And the lower your testosterone level is, the harder you're going to perceive effort as harder. Whatever you do, it's going to seem like it takes more effort. It's going to be harder to do everything. The higher your testosterone level is, you perceive effort to be less hard. So first of all, you lose motivation. Doing something feels harder than it actually is. And then just the third thing I wanted to talk about is just like mentally. If you can't control your mind, how do you expect to control your life? And if you can't even control whether or not you're touching your dick, if you can't even control, if you are out of control just touching your dick every single day, why the fuck do you think that you would be able to control your life and do something? Do anything with your life. If you want to be successful, but you can't even control whether or not you're touching your dick, And I was reading this book this morning, and he was talking about, it has nothing to do with porn, what he was talking about, but I was just thinking about how much time we waste. If you watch porn every single day, and you want to find the perfect video, the perfect whatever the fuck it is before you do your thing, and you waste an hour a day. Maybe an hour a day is excessive, maybe that's too much, but some of you definitely waste an hour a day watching this shit. And it's gonna have all the negative effects that we just talked about, but it's 1 hour a day for a year, 365 hours, that is nine 40-hour work weeks in a year. An hour a day. 9 40-hour work weeks in a year that you've spent watching porn. Yeah. Oh my fucking god, when I just read this in the book, that's so much time. And whether that's doing something like this, or if it's just scrolling on Instagram, watching Netflix. If you watch 2 episodes of any series, you spend 2 hours watching Netflix every evening, which is fucking normal. You can spend 3-4 hours easily. 2 hours, that's 18 40-hour work weeks in a year. So spend your time fucking wisely. You've got less time than you think you have. And I want you to be happy, bro. I want to be happy. Deep down inside, we all want to lead better lives. But we waste so much fucking time. But anyways, control yourself, control your life. Stop touching your dick. Peace out. Talk to you soon, man.